कुठल्याही उंबरठ्यावर आहेत, त्याच्यामुळे ते घडामोडी घडत आहेत अशा स्वरूपाचं ते विधान होतं. वास्तविकता अशी नाही का?
तुम्ही ज्यांनी लिहिलं त्याला प्रश्न विचारणार आमच्याकडे.
Welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. We're staying with the big update that's coming in from Maharashtra politics right now. Sharad Pawar, the NCP Supremo, who had tendered his resignation as the party chief, has now withdrawn the resignation after much pressure from party colleagues, leaders, and of course, the public that they're talking about, the NCP supporters. He now continues to remain the NCP chief. He's going to take the charge back. What does this mean as far as Maharashtra politics is concerned, and also, of course, the future of the NCP is concerned? We'll go across to our reporters live in just a bit who are bringing this press conference. But Sharad Pawar has announced, as he spoke to the media today, after many days of a lot of political upheaval and drama, where people were even writing letters in blood and more, he has announced that he's going to take charge back. My colleague Vinaya Deshpande is joining us. Vinaya, what does this mean for the NCP? Because a lot of speculations arose after the resignation by Sharad Pawar. Has everything been put to rest now?
Well, if anything, Shivani, there are further speculations now that this has led to, because at least one saga in this seems to be over, but this does not seem to be the end of the political drama in Maharashtra. This seems to be a kind of muscle flexing by the Maratha strongman, where he has shown that his control over the party is complete and it cannot be challenged by anybody else. In these 3 days of political drama, what Sharad Pawar has effectively done is stop the buzz about whether there was any speculation with respect to leaders thinking of switching sides, or the speculations that Maharashtra had seen for the last 15 to 20 days. That seems to have been put to rest as of now. But clearly, this is not the end of it all, is what sources tell us to right now.
All right, Vinaya, clearly things are not over. A lot possibly still expected. We'll keep coming back to you for more. Thanks a lot for joining us for the meantime. Moving on, we focus on Karnataka. Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has intensified the BJP attack on the Congress party as the polling date in Karnataka draws closer. While addressing a rally today, the Prime Minister left no stones unturned to attack the Congress. He invoked even the ongoing controversy around the film The Kerala Story and used the opportunity to call the grand old party as a terror backer. It was interesting that PM Modi went all out against Congress in Ballari, which is considered to be a Congress bastion in the past. This is one of those areas where the BJP had not done so well last time, and the Prime Minister rallies are focusing on such areas in Karnataka this time around. This is the same place, for example, where Sonia Gandhi contested her first Lok Sabha election and defeated Sushma Swaraj in 1999. But the main question here still remains, will Prime Minister Modi's Kerala story attack, equating Congress with terror backers, help them in Karnataka? We will take that questions to our guests in just a bit. But take a look at how strong the Prime Minister's attack today was, focusing on terror and how some go soft on it purely for vote bank politics. So the Prime Minister alleged that previous Congress governments kneeled before terrorists. He even alleged that Congress helped and nurtured terrorists while they were in power. Now, the Prime Minister claimed that when BJP government acts against terror groups, then those in the Congress are hurt by those actions. While referring to various strategies of terror organizations, as mentioned in the film Kerala Story, the Prime Minister claimed that Congress is making backdoor deals with such terror groups. He even targeted the Congress for defending those supporting terrorism or those who are working to keep these terror strategies hidden, as for example that has come out in the opposition to the movie The Kerala Story. So the big question we're asking first on Plain Speak today, will the Prime Minister's terror backers attack help the BJP in Karnataka? Will the Kerala story resonate in Karnataka? That's coming up.
केरला स्टोरी सिर्फ एक राज्य में हुई आतंकवादियों की छद्म नीतियों की साजिशों पर आधारित है और देश का दुर्भाग्य देखिए कि कांग्रेस आज समाज को तहस नहस करने वाली इस आतंकी प्रवृत्ति के साथ खड़ी हुई नजर आ रही है। इतना ही नहीं, ऐसी आतंकी प्रवृत्ति वालों से कांग्रेस पिछले दरवाजे से राजनीतिक सौदेबाजी तक कर रही है। गरीब घर से, जंगलों से आई हुई एक आदिवासी महिला को राष्ट्रपति पद का उम्मीदवार बनाया तो कांग्रेस ने उनका भी विरोध किया। कर्नाटका के नागरिकों को सूडान में मुसीबत में डाल दे, बयानबाजी करके डाल दे। क्या यही है कांग्रेस की देश की लोगों के प्रति संवेदनशीलता?
So as you just heard, it wasn't just the Kerala story attack. Today, the Prime Minister launched an attack on the Congress party for insulting a tribal president and even politicizing the Sudan crisis. But he went on to say, Modi hai to mumkin hai. Why are all of these non-Karnataka specific issues being raised? Let me take that to our guests and whether the Kerala story will resonate in Karnataka. Ajay Alok of the BJP is joining us. Mithun Vijay Kumar is author and citizen activist. Saira Shah Halim, author and activist, also with us. We're waiting for Suman C. Raman. Ajay Alok, many people will say that the fact that the BJP is raising all issues, but for the issues which are about development of Karnataka, shows that the BJP actually is desperate in Karnataka.
See, to raise fact is not desperation. Isn't this true that when Siddharamaiah was CM, 1,500 cases against PFI were taken away? Isn't this true that all kind of Muslim appeasement were done? Isn't this true when H.D. Devgowda was the CM, 4% Muslim reservation was given in Karnataka, which is absolutely against constitution? And you cannot see Karnataka just as a Karnataka. You have to take the prism of the whole country. When we have a history of our leaders who are in a habit of playing chess with poisonous snakes, then terrorism always flourishes in the country. When Congress says that we have lost 2 prime ministers, you have to understand that why those 2 prime ministers lost their life. Who created Bhindarwale? Indira Gandhi created Bhindarwala just to check Akalis. Who supplied them arms? Congress supplied them arms. And what happened? The Operation Blue Star had to happen and Indira Gandhi lost her life. And in the result, there was a massive Sikh massacre by the Congress people. The similar thing happened with Rajiv Gandhi. We know who created LTT, who supported LTT, who financed LTT, who used to give them arms. It was all Congress-led government by Rajiv Gandhi.
But what does that have to do?
And when relation got strained.
But what does that have to do with Karnataka elections is my central question.
It has, no, that's the central question, but it has to do that when people of the political party, leaders of the political party start patronizing terrorism and their friends, then this things happens. When Prime Minister of this country does a photo shoot with Yasin Malik, then it raises a question and it raises the tempo of terrorism in this country. When Sonia Gandhi starts shedding her tears on Butler House encounters, this gives them moral boost that yes, people of this country, the rulers of this country, the possible political alignment in this country is favoring terrorism.
Okay, can I just quickly...
this thing is not only about Kerala story. Kerala story is happening about everywhere.
Okay, Kerala story is happening everywhere.
Just a Kerala story, that doesn't mean it's happening everywhere.
Okay, but let me go across to Mithun and Saira as well. Suman C. Raman hasn't joined, and I must say, for the benefit of our viewers, the Congress party declined to join on this subject. I wonder why. But Saira, this is exactly the question. You know, people in their enthusiasm to declare the Kerala story fake or inaccurate or maligning the reputation of Kerala forgot to accept that there are facts on ground in Kerala which, you know, begs this story. And in their enthusiasm to oppose this story, they've given a handle to the BJP. Why are they so opposed to this story? That's what the Prime Minister is talking about, because it disturbs their vote bank, and that vote bank is cajoled by declaring that there is no issue about terrorism. But terror is above politics.
See, I'm so glad that Mr. Narendra Modi has agreed that the number 32,000 and the number 3 are not 2 different figures. And here, I think I'm quite amazed that, a PM of such a strong democratic country is promoting a fictionalized movie. And at the same time, he was attempting to ban a documentary that talked about financial scams just a couple of months ago. Because here, it is very clear that the makers of the Kerala story are clearly on the back foot. Because here, when they were promoting the film, they talked about three people, they talked about 32,000 victims. And because of the media, the press and media and other people questioning them, political parties on their, what do you call, their
Figure.
on their announcement, they changed the figure from 32,000 to 3.
No,
So
fair
I
enough.
think
So
this is
the
a very,
makers
very,
have corrected that figure, which they sought to back initially, but they have accepted in court also that they will correct those figures and remove it from the promo. But my central question is, we cannot deny ISIS ideology. We cannot deny ISIS threat in Kerala. We cannot deny that several Keralites went to fight for ISIS and women have been converted in Kerala to be used as ISIS slaves. Those are also reality. Now, what was the need to deny or become so hyper about this story? Because then you appear as people who want to shield terror. That's what the PM is saying.
The point is that here the PM of a country is busy promoting a film that clearly promotes the RSS ideology. And here the PM has not addressed, the question of Pulwama, where one of his own governors had told the grim reality behind the Pulwama attack. He has told the governor clearly to keep quiet. And I think that is really, really, is appalling. And here, but it is clear that the Sangh Parivar is suppressing facts and it is clearly spreading outright falsehoods.
No,
Because
even the
here
court
the
today,
Prime Minister
no
should talk
court.
about
The
he should
Supreme
talk about
Court.
unemployment.
Okay, fair enough. But
He should
whether
talk about,
once again, I'm discussing this
issues
movie.
grappling the
You are
nation instead
repeatedly,
of becoming a
calling it.
person of a movie.
Okay, Saira, you're repeatedly
don't
calling
think
it.
it's
Saira, please, 1 second. You're repeatedly calling it a fictionalized version. Now, if it's fiction, what is your problem? Fiction is allowed in movies, but even if it is not fiction, let's once again, even if it is not fiction, this is a redux of the entire Kashmir file story. My point is that the Prime Minister is raising this only because the people have given him a handle, those who are opposing this movie, by suggesting that, there is something that is going to destroy the fabric of Kerala. Not one movie can do that, right? No one movie can do that, first of all. And secondly, why do you want to shield a movie, want to stop a movie which is talking about ISIS? Why confuse it with Kerala society or Muslims or Islam? But let me bring in my other guest here as well. Mithun Vijay Kumar is joining us. Mithun, do you believe that this Kerala story issue is big enough that the Prime Minister is raising this in Karnataka? Because this is effectively a pan-India story, effectively a pan-India issue.
See, people joining ISIS from Kerala has always been an issue, and I believe this issue was one of the few leaders who pointed it out initially was V.S. Achyutanandan of CPIM. He was the ex-CM of Kerala. When he was CM, he pointed out this issue in Delhi and said that they are trying to convert, people, and they want to create a Muslim majority in this particular state. He had mentioned this. Many of the CPIM leaders,
Yes.
CPIM ex-MLA, George M. Thomas of Tiruvambadi, he had said that, love jihad or the threat of love jihad, Kerala is facing the threat of love jihad. These are things that CPIM leaders have made from time to time, and I don't know since when did this become an RSS agenda. People are calling it an RSS agenda, but the thing about love jihad or people joining ISIS had always been spoken by.
Yeah, it's not new actually. I'm not sure. It's not like it is somebody's figment of imagination that has just come out. And even if it is somebody's agenda, no, my point is, Mithun, my point is, even if it is somebody's agenda, if it is an issue on the ground, they have the right in a free democratic country to raise that agenda, to raise that issue. You can't keep asking for things to be blocked just because it is uncomfortable for some. That's not what a true democracy is.
The same people who speak about creative liberty are the ones who want to ban this movie just because they find that the 32,000 number is read out. I mean, it is being read out of proportion by them, because I saw the trailer. I just watched the trailer, and the dialogue in that movie, in that trailer says, "My name is Shalini Unnikrishnan. Now I am Fatima Abba. There are now I'm stuck in Afghanistan, and there are 32,000 girls like me." So does that actually mean that these 32,000 are from Kerala? Because many people have joined ISIS from many countries.
Yeah, but the makers should have clarified that. Mithun, the makers should have clarified that. They, for example, they seem to have accepted that they suggested 32,000 from Kerala alone, which is why in front of the court today they have accepted they will change that number. It could have been misleading. But if they meant 32,000 women from across the world, we know how many sex slaves, women were taken for ISIS. These are global stories that cannot be denied as RSS agenda.
let's forget the stories. Let's forget the story. Now, see what the Kerala CM had said in 2019.
Yeah.
For these people, 32,000 may be a bigger number. For me, 100 is a big number because the Kerala CM had said on record in a press conference that 100 people from Kerala have joined ISIS, out of which 72 have joined from other countries where they had gone in search of work. The remaining went directly from Kerala. For a person like me, for a normal citizen like me, 100 is a very big number.
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
32,000 is the issue, then you check out statements
Even
made by
32
Kerala
is a
CM
big
or
number
other
if
leaders
it's
from time to
happening in
time.
Kerala.
Yeah, it's a very big number, and it has been acknowledged by the CM itself. So if you say that 32,000 is the bigger issue, no, there are larger issues.
Okay.
There are larger issues like
Fundamentally-
PFI had its base in Kerala. It was expanding its growth in Kerala. Their money trail with ISIS was established long back. And these things have come out from time to time.
Okay, what this does is link this very nicely with the PFI issue, because PFI was birthed in Kerala. It was very strong in Kerala. PFI activities were very strong in Kerala. And in Karnataka, Ajay, the BJP is constantly raising the PFI ban. Do you believe that the sheer amount of opposition to this movie has given you an upper hand in Karnataka now? Because you can raise the issue that, we are the strongest against terror while Congress plays footsie with terror-minded people?
So in politics, your intention is reflected by your work and then you create a perception. When I release 1,500 PFI activists who were involved in various cases of riots, my intentions are revealed. When I ban PFI, I put them back in the jail and I want perfect law and order situation. My intention as how Karnataka should be governed is also reflected, and that becomes a perception. Ma'am was very cleverly diverting the issue. Here what we are talking about conversion. Conversion used to happen almost three types. One is self-willingly conversion, not a problem. But when you are brainwashed and then converted, it's a problem. What we are seeing in the TV for the last 2 days, that how a Hindu lady was brainwashed and put into that. Third type, conversion by force. Fourth type, conversion by luring money. What is happening in the country. These are dangerous stuff. And to shield that thing, I don't think Saira is doing a good job for the country. You cannot shield that because this is happening. And where come the RSS comes in between? If a movie is showing something that what's happening in the country and in various parts of the country, it's just a name Kerala story. But this story is happening in Uttar Pradesh, this story is happening in Bihar, this story is happening in West Bengal, everywhere this story is happening. And this is a dangerous signal because they want to change the demography.
Okay,
when a chief minister of a state says that after 10 years, 20 years, they want to make an Islamic state, Sorry?
No, I'm just saying, yes, even the PFI was banned because PFI's stated objective was to Islamize the country by 2050. So let's not shove this under the carpet. We have to accept certain realities, and these are realities of 1,000 years. This is not something that's just happened and sprung up in 20th century India. We know what our history also is. But Saira, please respond to what Ajay is saying. Why act uncomfortable with it? All of us need to come together and, smash these strategies. But when political parties are so busy in vote bank politics that they will even, support or do backdoor deals, as the Prime Minister is saying, that's when it becomes a problem. And why should it not be an issue in Karnataka also? Everybody's security is important.
Members of his political party attending religious congregations and attending religious, these meetings where religious communal sloganeering happens against a particular community, and that incites a lot of hatred, not only within that symposium, it incites hatred across the country.
But that's not related to this, Saira. Nobody defends that. But nobody defends that. That doesn't mean we should oppose movies like the Kerala story, which are talking about a certain reality on ground.
No, but once a movie is made on the behest of a certain far-right outfit to polarize community just before
How do you know that?
Then I have my reservations. I'm all for free speech. I'm all,
no, but
for
people
liberal
rose up
thoughts and
against
everything
Kashmir
because
files.
it's a
We know the
democratic country.
reality of terror and Islamic terror in Kashmir. People started acting as if it never happened. We know the reality of ISIS, radicalization and even love jihad, which by the way came not from the RSS, but from the church in Kerala. But yet you say this is far-right ideology. Why deny facts?
Does Ajay ji deny the fact that in the year 2017, the governor, himself had said that the maximum number of IS cases are from Uttar Pradesh. So why not make a film on Uttar Pradesh case files,
Make
Uttar
a film.
Pradesh
Make
stories
a
or
film.
something?
What does why
are
not
you trying
mean?
to demonize a state that is extremely progressive?
But demonizing
and
UP is
it
okay.
one of the,
UP's
and,
population and Kerala's population can be compared, madam. Demonizing UP is okay, but demonizing Kerala is a problem.
I'm not talking about the demography. I'm talking about the
No, but
process.
it's
and
not
the
okay to say
educational
you make
level
on one
of
state,
Uttar
but you
Pradesh
don't
and
make on
Kerala.
another state. This is a reality in Kerala
So
too.
I'm just saying, it is very easy for PM Modi to talk and promote a film. I'm just,
Okay, let
asking
Ajay
you once
respond.
again,
Ajay
have
wants
you
it to
forgotten
respond, and then
that
Sumant
he's
C.
the
Raman is
PM of
joining
the
us
country?
late. I have to give him some time as well. Ajay, respond please. Why do you talk about one state? Why not the reality in other states?
That is a moot question.
Ajay.
When Saira says that the governor of the state said that the maximum men from IS were from UP, she was partly right. Actually, not governor. The president of the Bharatiya Janata Party in 2017, Mr. Amit Shah, said that UP has been a terror bed, and IS people are here. Because before 2017, in the period of 2012 and 17, the government was favoring them. The terrorists were released by the government, and the High Court had to intervene, if you remember, madam. When government start giving them shelter, then definitely IS is going to thrive. That's what I'm saying. My opening statement was like this. We have a history of our political leaders who are in the habit of playing chess with poisonous snakes.
Okay.
So this was happening, and this is not a Karnataka issue. This is a national issue, and we have to take it everywhere. And mind it, we have to safeguard our country.
Okay, I have to go across to Sumant. Saira, 1 second. I have to go across to Sumant. I have limited time. Sumant, unfortunately, you've been able to join us late. But do you believe the Kerala story issue with the Prime Minister saying that, people who are terror sympathizers are now outraging over this issue, and the Congress seems to be part of that fold? Do you believe that will resonate in Karnataka and help the BJP? Because on the issue of terror, the BJP can say under Narendra Modi in the last 9 years, bomb blasts and terror cases have gone down. Barring Jammu and Kashmir, we haven't had, casualties of the kind we used to witness before 2014.
Okay, Shivani, first of all, this is a non-issue as far as the Karnataka elections are concerned. And it reflects the trend on the part of the BJP to desperately, polarize the electorate in the run-up to the elections. There is no connection, there is no relevance of the Kerala story directly to the Karnataka elections. In fact, if at all there is a relevance, it is limited to 1 or 2 districts in coastal Karnataka where...
Oh, all right. Unfortunately, it looks like I've lost that link with Sumant. Mithun, final comments to you on the issue of terror.
See, this is a matter of national security, and if the Prime Minister has addressed it in Karnataka, it has to be taken in that sense without politicizing it. And now coming to the Kerala story issue, if a product of fiction is such an issue, then why is it that the ADGP of intelligence, his intelligence note was leaked in the last week when Prime Minister was visiting Kerala. The leaked intelligence report clearly reads that the link of Keralites with IS is a matter of concern. It says Keralites. It doesn't say some groups in Kerala. It doesn't say certain elements in Kerala have links with ISIS. No, it says the links of Keralites with ISIS. That's more insulting to me as a Keralite, because the police under Pinarayi Vijayan is saying that Keralites have a link with ISIS. And here we are fighting about a movie. Why are we not concerned about a report by the ADGP of intelligence itself in Kerala? So people know, and it's an established fact that there are terrorist elements operating in Kerala, and they have expanded their operational base in this particular state, especially if
but let's wait and see how much impact this has in Karnataka. But on the issue of the Kerala story, important to note that there was a widespread hearing in the Kerala court also, which said that there are movies that portray, for example, a Hindu pujari in a very bad light. Why have people not objected to that, and why do you object if another religion's clergy is projected badly? And they watched the trailer of the movie and said, we don't find anything offensive. But the makers did say they will change the number of 32,000. I leave it at that. Thanks a lot for our guest for joining us. Ajay Kumar continues with us. That's because we are focusing on Karnataka as the state and the overall election coming up. Now, Karnataka is polling on May 10, just 5 days to go. At this stage, it looks like the Congress and the incumbent government are locked in a tight battle. Let's take a look at what is working as we speak for each party. Now, for the BJP, the Congress has given an emotive issue on a platter, and that is the row over the Bajrang Dal ban promise. In the Congress manifesto, giving BJP a fillip to attack the Congress, that also seems to be on the back foot because several of their leaders are now rubbishing their own party's promise. For the Congress, what is working is their guarantees card. Guarantees offered to the public like free public transport rights for women, monthly payments to women head of households and graduates. For the BJP, the PM's blitzkrieg campaigning towards the end, along with the personal attacks on him by some Congress leaders, is working in their favor. For Congress, graft allegations that have dominated the discourse on the Bommai-led government in Karnataka continue to be an issue on ground. Now, there is a sense that BJP campaign is peaking just before voting, while the Congress may have peaked too soon, and that could be a concern for them because momentum can be key in voting. But for the Congress, the anti-incumbency against BJP in a state that tends to not vote back a government consecutively is also something that works in their favor. So the big debate that's coming up now, exactly who has the edge in Karnataka as we get close to voting. Ajay Alok of the BJP continues with us. I'm also expecting Dr. Ajay Kumar, Congress spokesperson, to join us. But Ajay Alok, let me ask you, a lot of these issues that are being raised by the BJP are nationalistic issues about religious identity. But there is a criticism coming in that towards the last stretch, because the BJP is so nervous and desperate, you are using these issues via the Prime Minister, then actually focus on what your government did and what it's supposed to do.
See, the opponents will say whatever they'll feel like because it's an election. Every weapon will be used, every tool will be used, every toolkit will be used. So let them do their job, we are doing our job. Significant development in Karnataka in last 4 years has happened. See, 65 years Karnataka has been ruled by the Congress itself. We came to the power only for the last 4 years, and in 4 years, if the intention of development is there, we have proved it that nobody can stop us. Number one in innovation, Karnataka. Number one in startups, Karnataka. Number one in the investment, Karnataka. Number one in FDI, of the total FDI, 30% in Karnataka. The first semiconductor plant coming up in Karnataka. Bangalore-Mysore highway, the distance has been reduced to 1 hour 10 minutes in Karnataka. Bangalore-Chennai highway, the distance has been reduced to 2 hours in Karnataka. I mean, if you start looking at that, 1.48 lakh toilet, Swachh Bharat mission in Karnataka, 48 lakh toilet. Jal Jeevan mission, just imagine 1 crore 1 lakh household in Karnataka getting a free water. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, 7 lakh houses sanctioned in the name of females. Just imagine the empowerment. Shivani, just imagine the empowerment. You are homeless and suddenly you get a home worth 10 lakh rupees in your name.
But why do you polarize the elections then? If all of this is working for you, why do you polarize the elections as the charge is by using emotive issues and religious issues?
If you think we shouldn't mention about conversion, and if you think it is polarizing, then I don't have an answer to that. It's a national problem. If you think by mentioning Kerala films, we are polarizing, no, it's a national problem. It's not a problem located only in Karnataka. The Prime Minister is saying this because he has a vision of whole country. What's happening in Bihar, Kishanganj? What's happening in West Bengal? What's happening in UP? What's happening in Madhya Pradesh? We are seeing conversion. What's happening in Maharashtra? Forced conversion, brainwashed conversion by luring people. They want to change the religious demography, the demography of this country. So it's, as a political party and a party in power, is it not our duty to let the people know about it? And then you say that we are polarizing. We are talking on development terms. Come and see and have a counter check. What we have done in 4 years. And then I'll ask, why didn't you do it in the last 65 years? Who stopped you?
Okay.
1.8 lakh household in the scheme. There's a scheme called Belaku scheme. rural household were without electricity. In the last 4 years, we have done it. Raita Vidyanidhi, just imagine 2,500 to 11,000 rupees of scholarship, a total to 15 lakh children.
Okay, I'll come to the beneficiaries issue in just a bit.
Work has been done in every sector.
Okay, fair enough. But I want to go across to Dr. Ajay Kumar of the BJP as well. You've been also taking care of the, looking at the coastal Karnataka belt for the Congress party in these elections. I want to understand from you, there is a sense emerging, Dr. Ajay, that the Congress's campaign peaked too early and now the BJP is taking it away from you. How will you respond?
First of all, you need to stop calling me BJP. You seem to be also, looking through a colored glass. You said BJP spokesperson, ma'am. Okay. So you need to correct yourself.
I apologize. That was obviously an inadvertent error, Dr. Ajay Kumar. I am obviously aware that you are from the Congress party.
Yeah, but you need to apologize for that inadvertent error.
I apologize for that inadvertent error. Go ahead.
That's a good start. That's a good start. The first question is, here in Karnataka, when you see on the ground, let's look at the data. Their own Niti Aayog says that the highest poverty rate, 15%, 13.8%, is in the state of Karnataka. And when the BJP spokesperson comes and starts talking, spewing all weird data, the fact is that the poorest human development index in the whole of the South, the poorest human development index in the whole of the South is in Karnataka. The highest crime rate, crime against women among all the southern states is in Karnataka. The highest crime against children are in the state of Karnataka. The highest cyber crime is in the state of Karnataka. 1.5 crore people of Karnataka were denied water because of the delay in the projects, and the corruption is a very famous thing, where the mud people, even the head of a mud has said that they were kind to me because they only asked me for 30%. I don't know which figures we are, keep popping up and showing it. The question again is that any data, let me read out one by one, so that if my colleague has 70% of the households, their own BJP MLA said that 85,000 households in Balakot across 661 villages have not got drinking water. Households in Bagalkot, the whole area of Bagalkot, are suffering from a water shortage. The BJP had promised, the BJP has cheated the SC and ST communities because they promised to increase the reservations of the SC and ST, which they never did.
Okay.
No, it's just, ma'am, I'm just starting.
Can I?
No, one sec. I didn't interrupt when you were speaking, Dr. Alok, so let me speak complete. Did I interrupt you? I didn't interrupt you. No,
but so please finish your answer.
Yeah, so please tell, no, I never interrupt anybody. Why do people keep it? They have a propensity to keep interrupting. So my question again is double engine. Is Manipur double engine? What is happening to this country? Demographics are changing. That is changing. Have you seen what's happening? Religious places across both communities in Manipur. The whole of Northeast, is in flames, and starting with Manipur and the kind of things which are happening. Double engine.
Okay, but I can't get into Manipur today.
One sec, I'll complete. The Prime Minister has time when 5 Jawans die. Manipur is burning. And they want to campaign and they say double engine? What double engine, ma'am?
Okay, but the question I was asking you, Dr. Ajay, the question I was asking you, are you comfortable with the way your campaign is going? Do you believe the Congress continues to be ahead? Because the sense that is emerging is that you may have peaked too quickly. Please, very quickly, and then I want to bring in Mr. Alok as well.
Question. Today's newspaper in Times of India has got their hackles up. Everybody understands this situation. And now what is happening in Manipur, the country is saying, we have a Home Minister and Prime Minister who are more bothered about electioneering than the integrity and the safety of...
The HM has cancelled his programs. He's focusing on Manipur.
Who's focusing on Manipur?
The HM, the Home Minister Amit Shah has cancelled his campaigning programs.
Also, Madam and Mr. Narendra Modi ji.
Okay, let Ajay respond to that. I'm not sure if I can discuss Manipur today, but I get your point. Your point is that double engine is not working. I get your point. Double engine is not working. Ajay, Alok, please respond.
See, there was a time when the Congress had the pleasure of having double engine in almost all the country. 65 long years they had double engine in all the country, whole country. Why didn't they perform? They have to answer. I don't have to answer for them. He was saying, my friend was saying there's reservation for ST and SC. Let me remind him There is an increase in SC and ST reservation from 15 to 17% for SC and 3 to 7% for ST. It's on records. Why you are spreading lies? You said what we have done. Ayushman Bharat, 31.74 lakh cards and 15 lakh people have been benefited by most rupees 5 lakh treatment. Now, sir, you are looking after coastal Karnataka, as I heard right now. So I'll give you some figures about coastal Karnataka. Coastal Mangalore, that is Udupi, Mangalore and Karwar. I mean, it's Jan Sagar Mala program has sanctioned 24 projects from the center at the cost of this project is 3,774 crores. It's there in the union budget. Is it a lie? It's happening or not? You are seeing there. Our government has given scholarship to 2 lakh fishermen children, 10 lakh farmer children and 20 lakh poor children of all categories being transferred by DBT, not by cash. Is it a lie or a fact? Because this is done through the bank accounts, verified bank accounts. A grant has been given by the state government for construction of 5,000 houses for fishermen, again by DBT.
Okay.
It's on record. Is it a lie?
Let me answer that.
So why you are spreading lie? You can't match us in the term of
Hey,
development
first of all,
we have
hello,
done.
please stop
You
using
can't match
words.
us.
Don't say,
No,
I don't say
for-
lie,
second thing-
lie. No, first of all, I take great umbrage. Don't speak.
You are
to another
speaking lies.
spokesperson.
What I'm saying is on
Don't ever-
record.
you are a lie. No.
What I am
Control
saying
your
is
words,
on
Mr.
record. I am not
Spokesperson.
saying lies.
I will
What
refuse
you-
to speak to
my words are always
I
guarded
refuse
and
to
checked.
speak to such badly mannered people. Such
My
terrible manners.
words.
You have no respect for each
I am
political
not bad.
opponent.
See, you are shouting. See, you.
Have
See, you are
Mr.
shouting, I'm not
Mr.
shouting.
Alok,
I am just
Mr.
saying my
Alok,
figures,
listen.
which are
No, that-
verified figures.
you have no,
Why
no,
are you getting
you have no
anxious?
manners.
Why are you
We
getting
don't
irritable?
speak to each- No,
Okay,
because
can
you
I
getting
intervene?
irritable?
Can I intervene? I
never
have
became
limited
mannerless.
time. I have limited
I
time.
never
Let's
became
focus on the
mannerless.
issues.
Why are you becoming
Please,
irritable?
yes, let's focus on the issues. Dr. Ajay Kumar,
No,
my
first
second question
question.
to
No,
you
one sec,
is
madam,
my
one
second
sec,
question
one
to
sec.
you is please let
No,
me
one
pose
sec,
my question,
please.
then you can
No,
respond.
I want to ask. No, I want to tell you something.
Yes.
Is this your standard of debate?
What
where
happened?
We throw and where you call liar and all that kind of. This is the BJP language and culture.
I have not called
said
you
that
a
Mr.
liar.
Alok is-
Why are you attacking
No,
me?
I'm not about telling you about the BJP
Who called
spokesperson.
liar?
He
You
didn't
said
call
liar,
you a
not
liar
lie.
either.
What are you saying? You didn't hear
I
what
never
you were
called
saying.
liar.
What did you say? Lies, lies, lies. You kept saying. What do
I
you mean by
never
lies?
called you
Yeah,
liar.
so
You have some problem in your ears.
He's
or what?
well within his right to say these are lies.
Hey, Alok, please learn how to speak. I'm
Okay,
speaking
gentlemen,
casually. I'm not
gentlemen,
the
I
person.
really, you are much more,
Learn,
much,
please, how
very,
to
very
speak in
senior
a debate.
spokespersons. I request you to please focus on the issue.
No.
Dr. Ajay Kumar,
Okay,
the
no.
other big issue
Yeah.
that is emerging for the Congress party is this whole Bajrang Dal ban promise. I want to understand from you, especially because you are taking care of this coastal belt where the Bajrang Dal issue could resonate the most. Why did the Congress have to do this? When today their own leaders are coming out and saying the state government cannot even ban an organization like the Bajrang Dal. Have you shot yourself on the foot?
The first question, let me go by the data and I'll answer that question. The state government, the so-called state government of Karnataka has got 5 lakh, the highest debt in the southern states for 5 lakh crores of debt. Per person is 5 lakhs debt. 1,258 companies have shut down since 2019. 13 PSUs have become non-functional. The chief minister and the ministers have been involved in the Bitcoin scam, but they will never investigate it, which is 50,000, which is 5,000 crores. The BBMP demands 50% commission, which is a famous issue, which you're all aware of it. The 100 out of 118 BJP MLAs, 112 are crores. The highest number of suicide of farmers and the highest number of contractors in the country are in Karnataka. One by one, please, because I need to go and look at my note. More than 2.5 lakh jobs are vacant in this government and they play to fill it up. The unemployment rate is 22%.
Okay.
They will compare it with some other state. One sec. The BJP minister auctioned the assistant engineer's post for 1 crore each, which is again a matter of record. The major banks built in Karnataka was merged and 75,000 people lost their jobs. 90% of Nirbhaya funds have not been utilized. The missing women's numbers have increased to 48%. Crime against children have increased by 80%. No, please. Child marriages increased with 300%. The NHF data, the National Health, the NHFS survey data shows that Karnataka is #1 in domestic violence.
Okay, but Mr. Kumar, that's exactly my question. If you have so many issues, why did you have to do the Bajrang Dal promise? Please answer my question. I don't have unlimited time so that you can read off all of these figures. Please,
So
please.
when BJP bans Sri Ram, first of all, it said if you break the law. Second, when the Goa government of BJP banned Sri Ram Sena, did you all do a program on it is an attack on Ram? Why did you ban Sri Ram Sena? I mean, I would be really enriched if you tell me that as an anchor or as a channel you've done a program on that. So my question, madam, is it is amazed with the duplicity of this whole discussion. I don't remember a single discussion by you, by the channel. Forget you. Sorry, I don't mean you personally, or any channels on that. Second issue is I was going to be on a debate on another channel, which was on Manipur, and they cancelled it. Why doesn't the TV channels want to debate the double engine Manipur?
No, I can't answer that for anybody else's behalf.
Because you're not.
Once again. Don't put me in the dock for what I can't control, sir. But I will ask you. I'll tell you why I asked the Bajrang Dal question, sir. Please let me come in here. If you wanted, fair enough. If the Congress wanted to ban Bajrang Dal when it came to power, it was more than well within its right to do this. Why did you announce it when the states cannot do it? And why are your own leaders now saying that there is no such proposal? What does it mean that if they break the law, we will ban them? That's contingent. That's contingent on everybody. Why did you have to name Bajrang Dal alone?
One second. It's on PFI. You forget to mention PFI. We will go hammer and
PFI is already banned, sir.
And we'll get. But madam, one sec. Can I complete? Either if you have called me on a channel, please have the words.
Okay, boliye.
My question to you is very simple. I would love when the TV anchor can tell me honestly that for so many years you never did a Sri Ram Sena ban issue. So that's a question you need to answer. And on Manipur, if there's no shows happening, then we need to answer this question.
Okay,
is that
sir, fair enough. You've made that point twice now. I'm running out of time. Ajay Alok, final questions, please. Final answer, please. Ajay Alok. The Congress is still very much confident that it can ensure your government doesn't come back to power. On top of that, Karnataka is a state, Ajay Alok, that doesn't vote the incumbent back, at least in recent history.
Well, in recent history, the BJP has created another history of coming back, whether it's in Uttarakhand or whether it is in other states also. So we will come back, and the Congress has the full rights to say that they won't let us come back. We don't expect them to say that BJP is coming through a landslide victory. Now, there's a simple, plain IQ question to you and your viewers. Who named the Prime Minister who said that I have 85% corruption in my regime? When I send 1 rupee, only 15 paisa goes to the people.
Okay.
Please name the Prime Minister. Question number two. Please name the Prime Minister who said, very famously said, that in coalition, you have to listen to your partners and it's difficult to control on corruption. Please name the 2 Prime Minister. You will get the answers.
Okay.
Who is corrupt? What is there in the corruption? And who does promotes corruption and who does the corruption?
All right,
when Prime Minister of country speaks like this about the corruption, the party gets forced.
Charge will play. I'll have to leave it at that. I do thank both of our guests for joining us. Clearly, it's a very heated election and very heated debates on it. Time for a very short break. On the other side, speaking of issues of religion, identity and radicalization, I spoke to UT Khadar, 4-time MLA, now Congress's candidate from Bangalore, the only one in coastal Karnataka, for an exclusive chat. Stay tuned.
Do you believe that Congress will not take the help of any other party if you were to fall short of majority?
That question does not arise at all, because there will be a clear, comfortable majority to Congress party.
And finally, who will become Chief Minister? Who will become Chief Minister?
It is for the newly elected MLAs and the High Command.
Will you be one of the contenders?
Yes, 100% I am one of the contenders.
Okay. Thank you very much. There you have it, Mr. Siddaramaiah, one of the chief ministerial hopefuls of the Congress party. He believes this election is solely about local issues and the promises that were made by the BJP and not kept by the state government. Here in Varuna constituency with cameraman Chintan and Satish, this is Zaka Jacob for CNN News 18. So we have with us the Congress Party's chief ministerial contender, the former chief minister, Mr. Siddaramaiah. He's had a hectic day of campaigning in his constituency, Varuna. You've had thousands of people in the roadshow that you've just had. What gives you confidence that Congress Party will come back to power on its own in Karnataka?
I am 100% confident that Congress Party would come back to power with comfortable majority. This time, the people have decided to vote Congress party only. The people of Karnataka are fed up with this government, BJP government. There is a strong anti-incumbency against BJP government. That is why they are comparing our government with Kumaraswamy government and BJP government. See, we are 1,000 times better than BJP government and Kumaraswamy government. And BJP government is the most corrupt government Karnataka ever had. This is the most corrupt government and most non-performing government. They are indulged in looting the state. All ministers, including Chief Minister, they are all indulged in looting the state. So this is the situation in Karnataka. That is why the people have decided already because 10th is the election. They already decided that according to me, and I'm 100% confident that Congress party would get comfortable majority.
Sir, BJP is making this about national issues, talking about minority quota, talking about Bajrang Dal, the ban that you proposed and so on, whereas you want to make it into local issues. How will you respond to that?
See, what we said was, those who are indulged in hate politics and creating violence in the state, such organizations we are going to ban, whether it is Bajrang Dal or PFI or any other organization.
But do you believe that this has given a chance to polarize the election?
No, it will not polarize the election. 100% it will not. Because people are not bothered about all these things, these emotional issues. In what way the people are concerned? Whether Bajrang Dal is there or not, or PFI is there or not, or any other organization is there or not. They are not bothered about it. They are concerned about the day-to-day problems.
Mr. Modi is saying that he has, ever since he's hit the campaign trail,
Focusing on Karnataka, I spoke to UT Khadar, who's a multiple-time Congress MLA from Mangalore Rural, the only Congress MLA in Mangalore and Udupi districts, that is 1 out of 13. He accepts that radicalization is an issue, but BJP government is guilty of vitiating atmosphere. He also says, unlike what the BJP says, SDPI, the political arm of the PFI, is actually helping BJP and not Congress. Listen. I'm in the beautiful coastal city of Mangalore, but apart from its palm trees and beaches, the city has also become known as a communal cauldron. Let me talk more to multiple times sitting MLA from the Congress party. UT Khadar is joining us. Thanks a lot for speaking to us. What is the central message you're taking to the public this time around? You've obviously been an MLA from here for many years.
This election, we want the government to gives a peaceful society and a clear administration with the development. That is what the people of South Kerala and Kush were seeking. And that is only Congress can give such of administration in the state.
You said peaceful society. So you mean that under the BJP government it has not been peaceful?
So BJP government has given this state and society in the hand of communal forces and sat and watch what all the complications taking place. And instead of giving a solution for that, they are trying to get political gain out of that.
But would you concede that there is an issue of radicalization in Mangalore? I mean, what happened last year with the Mangalore auto rickshaw blast, it was meant to hurt a lot more people. That there is an issue that is there when it comes to radicalization.
See, they may think of that, but it will backfire for BJP only. Because the BJP administration was there, and that was a culprit, and that victim was, that accused who was there in the case was 6 months before he was arrested and left for some other case. Why they have not followed him up and our son, where he goes, what he does? The government, he has gone from the jail and the government doesn't know where is he only. For any small rowdy sheeter, you call him once in a week, you tell you sign. Why when he had written all of that mentality was there with him. And
the ISIS slogans.
Slogans. And yes, the government always knows about his background of the inquiry. And when he was let out of the jail, it was a duty of the government to follow such people, where they go, what they do, where are they? Whereas from here he has gone to Shumaga. From there for 3 months he was not in town. No local police doesn't know. State intelligence doesn't know. He had been to Mysore.
What has also come to light, for example, you talked about that accused in the Mangalore blast, that, a lot of these young youth are watching Zakir Naik videos, for example. As a member of the community, don't you find that concerning, that there is a need to talk to the youngsters especially and, aim towards re-radicalization?
Regarding talking to the younger generation and getting on the mainstream line, and any one such person also is dangerous to the country and the society, that is very much needed. Concern Zakir Naik, actually I don't think so, because
to address regional and global issues of interest, talk about the reform and modernization of the organization, and assess the progress of admitting Iran and Belarus to SCO as new member states. As you are all aware, Prime Minister Modi had articulated India's priorities for the SCO chair with the theme of towards a secure SCO. The acronym SECURE was given by Prime Minister because it lays out the main focus under our ongoing chairship, and SECURE stands for security, economic development, connectivity, unity, respect for sovereignty and territorial integrity, and environmental protection. I would also like to inform you that under our ongoing presidency, we have successfully hosted more than 100 meetings and events so far, including 15 ministerial levels or head of agency meetings. Many of the socio-cultural events hosted by India were the first of its kind in the framework of the SCO. The designation of Varanasi, Kashi, as the first ever SCO cultural and tourist capital for 2022-23, I think deserves special mention. It was our endeavor to create new verticals of cooperation in SCO, and as an example, I can cite the field of startups and innovation, traditional medicine, science and technology, empowering youth, and reviving the Buddhist heritage amongst the SCO member states. The work to implement these verticals is already underway, and it is being spearheaded by India. We are also committed to strengthening and further deepening the cooperation within the framework of SCO, and many of our initiatives and steps were in that direction. We have opened up new areas of cooperation and intensified engagement among member states. We hope to continue the momentum of our interaction, and we are obviously looking forward to the summit in July. In the course of these 2 days, I also held fruitful bilateral interactions with my counterparts from Russia, China, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, and Kyrgyzstan. All ministers reaffirmed their support to India as the chair of SCO and expressed their appreciation for the contribution of India to that organization. I also met the Secretary General of the SCO and discussed the diversification and the deepening of SCO agenda. As regards the bilateral relationships, let me start with Russia. FM Lavrov and I noted the progress that has been made in our economic cooperation. We exchanged views on a number of regional and global developments. Since the G20 meetings are ongoing, and there's a BRICS foreign ministers meeting which is coming up soon, these two were also the subject of our discussion. Where FM Qingang of China is concerned, much of our attention, I think predictably, went to the disengagement issue in the Western sector. Yeah, but here again, the G20 and BRICS featured in the talks because China is a member of both groupings. With Minister Saidov of Uzbekistan, it was a warm first meeting. We took stock of our bilateral ties and agreed to have another conversation soon. This was also the case with Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Nutliev of Kazakhstan. With my Tajik and Kyrgyz counterparts, Foreign Ministers Sirajuddin and Kulubayev, now they are long-standing friends with whom we have a rolling, ongoing conversation. And some of the subjects which came up in the meeting with them were overlapping with those of the others in Central Asia. They included connectivity, counter-terrorism, health, trade, and energy. With all the Central Asian ministers, we agreed that the India-Central Asia format meetings in different domains should take place at an early date. So the overall sense that I would like to share with you is that of a productive SCO Council of Foreign Ministers meeting. I think it was useful in preparing the ground for the summit. So those are some opening thoughts, and I would be delighted to take questions.
Thank you, sir. Before I take the questions, ground rules, please. Please introduce yourself and the organization that you represent. We'll also not be able to accommodate more than one question, even that may be difficult. Let me start. Pranay, can I start with you?
सर प्रणय उपाध्याय एबीपी न्यूज से सर सामने प्रणय उपाध्याय एबीपी न्यूज से सर मेरा सवाल इस चीज़ को लेकर है कि एससीओ की विदेश मंत्रियों की बैठक के लिए पाकिस्तान के विदेश मंत्री बिलावल भुट्टो आए थे। भारत में बहुत लंबे समय बाद किसी पाकिस्तानी विदेश मंत्री की ये यात्रा हुई थी, लेकिन अपने भाषण में उन्होंने सीपैक का जिक्र किया। आज उन्होंने कहा जम्मू कश्मीर को लेकर कि भारत G20 में अड़ियल रवैया दिखा रहा है वहाँ पर आयोजन को करके यहाँ की सॉइल पे। तो आपने इस यात्रा को कैसे लिया और क्या आपको लगता है कि इस यात्रा से जिस तरह से उन्होंने कमिटमेंट दिखाया एससीओ को लेकर, बायलैटरल टॉक्स को लेकर भी कोई संभावना बन सकती है? क्योंकि ये बातें ऐसे समय में हो रही जब भारत में आज टेरर अटैक भी हुआ है।
We'll take a few questions together. Yeah.
Sir, hi. This is Shivangi Thakur from Z News. आज हमने देखा किस तरह से SCO समिट हुआ, लेकिन इसके बाद सर जो पाकिस्तान के विदेश मंत्री हैं उनका एक बयान सामने आया है और उन्होंने कहा है कि आतंकवाद पर भारत और पाकिस्तान को साथ मिलकर बैठकर बातचीत करना चाहिए क्योंकि हम भी इससे पीड़ित हैं। ऐसे में जब वो यहाँ पर आए हैं, द्विपक्षीय वार्ता नहीं हुई है, राजौरी में आज भी हमारे जवान शहीद हुए हैं, तो कैसे देखते हैं? क्योंकि वो कह रहे हैं कि सिंपल सी चीज है, वो कह रहे हैं आतंकवाद पे हम दोनों को मिलकर काम करना चाहिए, लेकिन कैसे करेंगे जब आप समिट में आकर बातचीत नहीं करते?
सिद्धांत।
Hi sir, Siddhant from WION. When it comes to bilateral with the Chinese foreign minister, the Chinese readout says that situation at the border is stable. How do you see this divergence in the position?
Between
the Chinese side claiming that everything is normal at the border, everything is stable at the border.
Yeah, ma'am there. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Munize Jahangir. I'm from Pakistan, from Aaj TV, and my question to you over here is that the Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari made a bold move by coming here, and it is being seen as a breakthrough. He is also being criticized, but how do you, India, see it? Do you see it as a breakthrough, and what will be your roadmap in the future to resumption of at least diplomatic ties with Pakistan?
So perhaps 4 questions. I'll hand over to you, sir.
देखिए, 3 सवाल जो हैं वो पाकिस्तान पर थे, एक सवाल जो है वो चाइना पर था। तो ये 3 सवाल जो पाकिस्तान वाले सवाल जो हैं मैं एक साथ लेना चाहूँगा ताकि बिकॉज दे आर ओवरलैपिंग क्वेश्चंस। First of all, let me say this. As a foreign minister of an SCO member state, Mr. Bhutto Zardari was treated accordingly. As a promoter, justifier, and I'm sorry to say spokesperson of a terrorism industry, which is the mainstay of Pakistan, his positions were called out and they were countered, including at the SCO meeting itself. So let me come to the specifics. On the China-Pakistan economic corridor, this so-called corridor, I think it was made very clear, not once but twice in the SCO meeting, that connectivity is good for progress, but connectivity cannot violate the territorial integrity and sovereignty of states. So this has been our long-standing position. Nobody should have any doubt about